We got a big update on the video that the civil rights lawyer covered where this 18-year-old girl was abused by South Whitley police officer Brian Schimmel over there in Indiana. But the bad news is, before we listen to this report, is that they didn't do the right thing simply because it was the right thing and it was the just thing to do. They did the right thing because they were forced because of public pressure to do the right thing. Listen to this.
Pulled her ass out, put her in our bar, slammed her to the ground, got her in custody.
How old is she?
An officer slams an 18-year-old student to the ground during a traffic stop. The video of her arrest has led to public outcry. And new tonight, a town councilman confirms the officer, Brian Schimmel, is no longer with the police department because of safety concerns.
Oh, after all this time, what do you know? I wonder what caused them to see the light.
This is a follow-up to a story our 21 Investigates team broke earlier this week.
Yeah, the Whitley County prosecutor has dismissed the case against the teen, saying, quote, legitimate community concerns about the arrest and officer conduct before, during, and after the traffic stop diminish the state's ability to successfully prosecute the case.
21 Investigates.
They didn't say, they should have just come out and said, we do not endorse the kind of behavior that Brian Schimmel exhibited. We don't stand behind it. We don't want our officers to have it. And frankly, we're disgusted by it. That's what they should be saying. They should be saying, it shouldn't have taken a video coming out from a YouTuber, the civil rights lawyer, props to him. He did a really good job on this, but it shouldn't have had to take this to arrive at, okay, yeah, it's probably a good idea for society if we get him off the force. Because we know everything about government. It's not reason. It's not eloquence. It's force. And like fire, it's a dangerous servant and a fearful master. Right, Brian Schimmel?
It's reporter Taylor Williams joins us now with those new developments. Taylor.
The officer pulled the teen over for speeding. He says she wouldn't give him her ID and refused to get out of the car. The rest was caught on tape.
Thank God.
When I ask you to step out of the vehicle, you step out of the vehicle. You don't get to sit there and tell me how I'm going to do my job. You understand?
That was South Whitley officer.
To which I would say, what job? Oh, you don't have a job anymore. But he probably got full pension, full pay, probably got back pay, was probably put on administrative leave. For all we know, that's what happened.
Brian Schimmel on January 24th of this year. He says he pulled over 18-year-old Vivian Augustus for speeding and a broken headlight. Gas station surveillance shows what he did after he says she refused to get out of the car.
I mean, I would expect this kind of action on somebody who just robbed a bank, or maybe they offed somebody at a post office or held hostages at a school and then escaped from police custody. I would expect that. Like it's an active manhunt. There's 12 people are down. They've harmed 17 police officers. We got to get this person. I would expect these kind of actions on that kind of person, not somebody who's doing 37 and a 30 and had a headlight out. Come on, Brian, get with the program. Oh, that's right. You are with the program. You're with the Thin Blue Line program.
And when Vivian's father saw it, he was irate.
But there are still conversations that need to be had. There are still bridges that need to be mended here and changes that need to be put in place to prevent this from happening again to anyone.
Brent Augustus learned Friday morning that the prosecutor dismissed charges against his daughter, and Officer Schimmel was no longer on the force.
But we did not expect this at all. Certainly not this quickly.
He thinks it's the result of community pressure, a website, signs, and calls to action. Then a civil rights attorney picked up the story and put it on YouTube.
They don't like to face the public. If before the public has seen the footage, in a lot of these cases, they will defend these officers, and that's what they.
And you know what else they don't like? They don't like transparency. They don't like accountability. They don't like the fact that guys like this have over 500,000 subscribers. This guy probably before the end of the year is going to have 1 million subscribers. And then he's going to have an even more powerful voice to speak into situations like this that cause police departments, hopefully, to make changes. But we kind of all want police departments to make changes because it's within them to make changes. We don't want them to have to be pressured from, a public relations nightmare or an outrage public who's saying, hey, man, you need to fire this person. It's clear to all of the rest of us. I don't know what your problem is, but it's clear to all of us that you shouldn't have treated anybody like that. Not only that, what this news article doesn't mention is not only how Brian Schimmel, former officer Brian Schimmel, treated Vivian Augustus, 18-year-old Vivian Augustus. It's also how he treated that elderly guy, verbally berating the guy because he just wanted to pull off to the side and get out of the gas station. Get off my traffic stop.
Did here.
It's absolutely clear to me that it has been because of the community support and people rallying behind seeing something wrong and being vocal about saying something about it.
Yep, I agree.
And for the first time, we're hearing from Vivian. I spoke with her earlier today, and this is what she had to say.
As time has gone, I've learned to be a lot more positive about it and try and think to myself that if this had to happen in order for there to be some change in our community, then I'm happy to do it. And it is what it is. And I've felt very relieved knowing that all of my charges have been dropped.
What if she ended it by saying, and to all you thin blue line pigs out there, F the police.
A town councilman tells us that the town took down all of his social media pages because of threats. He wants to make it clear that a new page claiming to represent the police is fake. We have more on this story.
They took down the pages because of threats. Here's the police page, and here's the city council or the town council page. Just amazing. This content isn't available right now. I wonder why, because they were getting a lot of heat from people all across the nation and all around the world saying, man, you guys are doing the absolute wrong thing. Let me just show you what they're saying now as opposed to what they were saying 3 days ago on the 16th before the civil rights lawyer launched his viral video. This is from the Whitley County Prosecutor's Office. And they say, or at least they're saying now, Sigler indicated that legitimate community concerns about the Augustus arrest and officer conduct before, during, and after the traffic stop diminished the state's ability to successfully prosecute the case to conviction. What did they say? That was on the 19th. This is on the 19th. Let me show you what they said on the 16th. They said the force involved appears consistent with police academy training. Since the incident occurred more than 2 months ago, the marshal has already addressed areas of concern with the officer. The town council concurs with both the marshal's corrective efforts and his decision to retain the officer. But somehow, 3 days later, after this viral video right here from the civil rights lawyer, they have changed their tune. I wonder why. Is it because they're interested in doing right? Or is it because they're interested in looking good in the eyes of the public? Because there is a difference. And before we leave this issue, let me show you what some people are saying under this news report. This person says, when you fear integrity and accountability, you are not the good guys. Charges dropped. Time to file a Section 1983 suit. Was he stripped of certification? Probably not, because that's usually what they do. Hey, you can keep your pension. We're going to let you keep your certification. Hey, and just go down the street. I know Sheriff Bill in the next town. He'll be sure to give you a job so that you can terrorize that community. That's how much the boys in blue protect each other, and to hell with what society thinks. If not, the tyrant will simply find himself another department, and they always do. I wouldn't let this police department off for this violent attack. This is police brutality. Make them accountable. And did you notice the element that was missing in this tyrannical, psychopathic incident? There was no racism. It was white guy on white girl. It's not so much a racism problem as it is an authoritarianism problem. The crazy SOB cop should be in jail. I agree. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, know what your rights are, stand for your rights, and always flex your rights. If you don't flex your rights, you will lose them. I will see you in the next video.
And compromise with all this tyranny. Here's the deal, boy. Tonight you're going down.